Taiwan is often confused with China. Is Taiwan China? Is Taiwan part of China? From a traveler's perspective, Taiwan is not a part of China. This is a controversial issue.
So we're not recognized as a country by the whole wide world, but we are kind of like a separate place from China. So I actually saw Yellow Productions video on Facebook, and I was saying, as a Taiwanese, I approve.
Country name perspective, the official name of Taiwan is the Republic of China, ROC, and mainland China is the People's Republic of China. When you're coming to Taiwan, you don't deal with the government of the People's Republic of China, you deal with the government of Taiwan if you need a visa. Taiwan and Thailand are not the same place.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. So many people, they don't know what Taiwan is, so they would just assume when I say Taiwan, it's Thailand.
Thailand is the Southeast Asian country home to mango sticky rice and pad thai. The residents of Thailand are known as Thais. The residents of Taiwan are known as Taiwanese, and so is the food. World War II happened in 1945. At the same time, the communists took over mainland China, and the previous government of China, before the communist or the People's Republic took over, the previous government, they fled from mainland China to here, this island. And that's why this island is called the Republic of China, because the former government that was over there came over here and said, this place is the official China, and they hope to basically regroup and reassert themselves and then go back and conquer the mainland.
Yeah, so basically we're just a bunch of refugees that came over here 100 years ago.
So I'm pretty sure the government that's in Taiwan right now has given up on that plan of like regrouping and taking over mainland China. I think they're really just focusing on making Taiwan the best place that it can be. I don't really know because I didn't ask them myself, but that's just how it appears. But
yeah, it's been 100 years. It's been like 3 or 4 generations. Nobody wants to go back to China. Maybe some. Maybe some.
Shaped like a potato, and it's divided into 4 general regions. In northern Taiwan, you have Taipei, the capital, where I'm sitting right now, the hub of center and commerce and culture.
Basically, a huge city, and when there are chain stores from different countries all over the world coming in, this is the first place to Taipei.
In central Taiwan, the biggest city there is Taichung. It is the 2nd largest city in Taiwan.
So I would say Taichung is a city of desserts and cakes and cookies.
Kaohsiung, it is Taiwan's 3rd largest city. It is a significant industrial city, home to a major sea.
It's got half of what Taipei has, I would say that, like the stores.
Tainan, it's considered like the ancient city in Taiwan, one of the oldest population centers. Tainan is also known as the food city, generally regarded to have some of the best.
Yeah, if you go to Tainan and your friend lives there and they say, hey, I'll take you around, show you around, you're going to be eating all day.
Eastern Taiwan, cut off from the rest of the island by tall mountains, makes this area remote. You'll want to go to eastern Taiwan to see the nature.
Yeah, for me, it's just a place where you sleep and take scenic photos.
If you're thinking about driving a car, I'd advise you not to. Like, don't rent a car. Driving can be pretty rough and pretty aggressive around here.
Lots of citizens, they ride motorcycles, it's pretty common here. Actually, a lot of business are invested in making parking lots now. Like, they buy land and they just build, like, car parking lots.
The 6th thing to know before we go to Taiwan is about the weather. And in the summer, probably the spring and the fall, it's generally kind of hot and humid. In the winter, it can be pretty cool and pleasant. The north, where Taipei is generally rainier. The south, it has less rain. You're not really going to need any like super cold weather clothes, though I will say, if you look out at the people on the streets in the winter when it's a cold day, they're going to be all bundled up because they're used to really hot. And so when it cools down a little bit, they're wearing like parkas like they're in Antarctica, and then I walk out like this.
Yeah, Taiwan is not really hot. If you're from Europe, Canada, America, Australia, yeah, your weather is definitely really, really different from Taiwan. Taiwan is like 3 seasons of summer and 1 season, I wouldn't even call it winter.
If you're eating at a street stall, you might spend 100 Taiwan dollars or $3 US for a meal out there.
Food on the street is really cheap in Taiwan. Usually it's within 100 NT dollars. The restaurants do have a higher cost, but I mean, I'm sure it's not a lot for foreigners.
Mosquitoes. You already know there's a lot of them, and so you need to protect yourself from them and get some mosquito repellent. If you didn't bring any with you, that's okay. You'll find them at like nearly every drugstore in Taiwan. Watson's and Cosmed are probably some of your best.
Yeah, there's just many mosquitoes in Taiwan. Can't fix anything.
It's 110 volts, 60 hertz, 2-prong plug, same.
We use 110 volts because we're afraid that kids would do stupid things and stick their finger in it, so it's just a way to lower the number of deaths.
We'll talk about the food in Taiwan, and they love to eat here because food is everywhere. I mean, you know how I know that they love to eat in Taiwan? In their national museum, the 2 most popular things in the national museum, a rock that's shaped like a piece of pork, and a cabbage that's a piece of jade that's shaped like cabbage.
Is this how you know we love food? Let me tell you why you would know Taiwanese love food. if you post anything related to Taiwanese food and it has a negative tone to it, like it doesn't taste too good, you're going to have tons and hundreds of Taiwanese army on your post saying that you're discriminating and get out of Taiwan. The netizen army is really crazy about Taiwanese food. They don't like it when you talk bad about our food. They get easily offended by it.
You don't really find that many bars. I think the number of bars in Taiwan is outnumbered by boba tea shops, likely 100 to 1. Like 100 tea shops to 1 bar. And so in Taiwan, if you're hanging out with a new acquaintance and they say to you like, hey, would you like to go get a drink? They are more than likely talking about tea instead of a beer or alcoholic cocktail.
So when I first came back to live in Taiwan, I saw many of my friends would just buy tea or milk tea every single day. Every single day. That's just something they would get every day. It's kind of like their water. That was a big culture shock. Like, it's really normal for them to drink something so sweet every day. It's actually not that good for you, but they grew up on it, so most people are used to drinking it almost every day. So if you're traveling to Taiwan, I would suggest that you just watch this whole video. I'll put the link down below. And to end the video, I think most people know that I'm pregnant currently, and I'm going to give birth around April next year. So I'm sorry if I can't upload that often. Pregnancy is not really comfortable. I have morning sickness for almost like 4 to 5 months now. It's really bad. I'm really thankful for all your support, and I hope you have fun if you ever come to Taiwan.